Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I actually have something to talk about that is not my usual content. It's not going to be a tutorial or a speed paint video or a review even. We're going to be talking about Coppa and an update that actually came through just last night. And I believe that update is actually helpful, especially for artists and illustrators who are creating content on YouTube. In the case that you don't know, back in September, YouTube did a recent settlement with the US Federal Trade Commission in order to help creators comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, known as Coppa. Now, all of this becomes active on January 1st, 2020, and YouTube is asking us creators to actually review our content and decide if this content is geared towards kids or not. The big spin that actually sent a lot of creators here into being so worried and concerned about is that by doing so, you actually lose a lot of things. You won't get comments, your videos won't be suggested by YouTube, you will lose targeted ads, and many other things. So the thing that I find very important for artists and illustrators and even animators who are making videos on YouTube is there's this list in order to evaluate if your content is actually geared towards kids or not. And within this list, there is one item that does sound or put a lot of creators in this gray area. So when deciding whether or not your channel or video is made for kids, you should consider these factors. The subject matter of the video. Is it educational content for preschoolers? Whether children are your intended or actual audience for the video. Whether the video includes child actors or models. And this is the one that puts a lot of the illustrators and animators in the gray zone here, which is whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. So all of a sudden when it says cartoon figures, like where is this gray zone? Like how can we actually know just because we do something that has outlines or if we're making some content that's definitely geared towards adults, how do we know this is not geared also towards for a younger crowd? So this is one of the things that had a lot of the creators for illustration, digital illustration, and animation worried. But there has been an update, the update that actually came last night, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. I do think that's going to help a lot of us to actually clear out a little bit all of these thoughts. So yesterday in the YouTube creators community page, there has been a post, and the post says, we've seen a lot of questions around what exactly is made for kids content and if your content is directed to children. Today, the FTC released more information to help YouTube creators decide if their content is made for kids or not. And there's a link which I'll definitely put in the description box of this video. Here are some important pieces we wanted to highlight. What if children watch your video but is not meant to target kids? According to the FTC, your content isn't considered directed to children just because some children may see it. Is animated content considered made for kids? According to the FTC, just because your video has bright colors or animated characters doesn't mean that you're automatically covered by Coppa made for kids. While many animated shows are directed to kids, the FTC recognizes there can be animated programming that appeals to everyone. Here are some tips from the FTC. It might help to consider how others view your content and content similar to yours. Has your channel been reviewed on sites that evaluate content for kids? Is your channel or channels like yours mentioned in blogs for parents of young children or in media articles about child-directed content? Have you surveyed your users or there is other empirical evidence about the age of your audience? And then it says, be sure to read the full update on the FTC website and the link, which is the same that I'm leaving in the description. Like for example, I'm making lots of tutorials, reviews, tips and tricks, and I'm helping people in order to create their illustrations and find their art style. I'm not using like cute songs, and I'm not using language that actually appeals to children. So I think that's where things starts to become a little bit more clear. So in conclusion, guys, I do think that this update is a small step in the right direction. So it's definitely showing us that you should actually evaluate the user base that you have on your channel. You should look to see if you've been reviewed by communities and channels and blogs. They're definitely focused on content for kids. And you should do like a proper evaluation of your channel, but you don't really need to worry if you're using bright colors, if you're drawing characters, or if you're even making animated content, because there's definitely a line which separates, content that's directly made and targeted for kids and other animated content that's established or directed for adults. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this video was helpful, especially if you're a creator thinking and worried about what's coming next on YouTube. And if this video was helpful for you, a like would be super appreciated, as well as make sure to share this video with other creators if you feel that they are going through similar worries. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.